Hi, my name is James Pereira and I am with the Malaysian Dietary Supplement Association. Thank you for joining us in this special edition of our bulletin, which we have developed to reveal to you some facts against a viral video on WhatsApp as well as on YouTube, which is propagating falsehoods, erroneous information about Cyanocobalamin, which is the main ingredient in synthetic vitamin B12. Now, first off, let's be very clear. Cyanocobalamin is a synthetic ingredient that is derived from cyanide. It is not cyanide. And as we go through this video, I will pause it to reveal to you and to counter the arguments that the narrator is bringing forth. And I hope at the end of this, you'll be able to make an informed decision and increase your knowledge of supplements and specifically vitamin B12. So let's have a look at this video.
Let's take a couple of quick minutes here and talk about a topic that is very upsetting to me and one that you should be well aware of. You know, there is a 95+% chance that the vitamins you're currently taking are harming you. And I say that as clear as possible for you to understand, because more than 95% of the vitamins that are sold today are synthetic. They're manufactured with chemicals in a lab.
Well, guess what? It's not only the supplements which are synthetic, but did you know that all medicines that you take to heal or to treat a disease or a condition or an infection are all synthetic? Almost 99% of them are all synthetic. So I do not understand what the narrator means by being synthetic means harmful. Well, you have been doing it all this while. Every time you're sick, you go and see the doctor, you are given synthetic medication. So let's carry on.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, I take a really good one. My doctor even suggested I take it. Well, let me just stop you there, because if your doctor suggested you take it, unless that doctor is some sort of a natural practitioner, there's a very high probability that that is a synthetic vitamin. Now, even your top brands like Centrum, one a day, just about all the vitamins sold at the grocery store, your local GNC, even Nature Made, folks, Nature Made sells synthetic vitamins. You can go right on their website. So the synthetic form of vitamin B12 is called Cyanocobalamin. It actually has cyanide in it. Yes, the toxic substance cyanide that then has to be removed by your liver.
So first off, once again, let me repeat that Cyanocobalamin is not cyanide. It has been derived from cyanide, but it is not the same as cyanide. So let's first of all have a look at what cyanide is. And I'm going here and I'm showing you what the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the US, based in Atlanta, talks about cyanide. Okay, now it says here that cyanide can be found in natural substances such as apple seeds and apricot seeds. Well, let me just show you this. Yesterday, somebody died because he consumed apricot kernels thinking that it could beat his cancer. So that's a natural substance, apricot kernels. And it's not just apricot kernels, but apple seeds as well. And this is what the CDC says. Cyanide is contained in apricots, apples, peaches, and so on. So even natural food which is natural has cyanide. So it's not really something which is preposterous that is going to kill you.
But cyanocobalamin is the synthetic form of vitamin B12. Methylcobalamin is the all-natural form of vitamin B12. I encourage you to go and look at Centrum, one a day, Nature Made, GNC products, and see if you see the cyanocobalamin or the methylcobalamin, because I know what you're going to find. We did the research. We looked this up online, and we've been in the stores. It is synthetic. These companies are owned by the pharmaceutical companies. I mean, Nature Made is owned by Otsuka. Centrum is owned by Pfizer. One a day is owned by Bayer. And they use synthetic vitamins. Synthetic vitamins are very harmful to your system.
Are you aware that every one of these synthetic vitamin B12 from all these multinational pharmaceutical companies are available in Australia, in Canada, in Malaysia, and many other countries, and they have been approved by the respective health authorities of these countries. In Australia, it is the TGA that approves it. In Canada, it is Health Canada. And in Malaysia, it is the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency that is responsible for approving all these products. So every one of these products that has been mentioned by this lady is approved in all these countries. Now, is she claiming that the health authorities are negligent and do not care about their citizens and are poisoning them by allowing these products to be used? It's a far-fetched.
And there's lots of reasons, and I could go into all the science. I mean, heck, you can Google it for yourself. But I can tell you, even something as simple as synthetic calcium has been proven to increase your risk of heart attack and stroke by as much as 30%. I mean, these are staggering numbers.
So let's see. What does the Harvard Medical School have to say about calcium and heart disease? Right here. At the subheading, it says there is no good evidence that taking calcium supplements can harm your heart. Let's see, what does the scientific evidence say about strokes and calcium? Well, in the Journal of the American Heart Association, this is what they say. In the conclusion of their study, it says that taking calcium supplements by itself at high doses may increase. And that's a may, it is not proven, it's a may. Unlike what the lady suggests, there is nothing proven. And it goes on to say that if you take your calcium together with vitamin D, which is highly recommended because it improves the absorption of calcium, there is no risk. It has never been shown. So where this lady or this organization got its information from is highly questionable. Are they making this up?
And unfortunately, the media lumps all supplements together. They don't really understand the difference between an all-natural and a synthetic. So why? Why would someone use synthetic vitamins instead of natural if synthetic is so bad for you? Well, I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that before I even say it. First of all, Cyanocobalamin, the synthetic form of vitamin B12, is 100 times cheaper than the methylcobalamin, the all-natural B12. So not only is it cheaper, but these synthetic vitamins have a far, far longer shelf life. So that just doesn't mean the supplements that are sitting on the shelf in the local grocery store or, your vitamin shop. Not just the supplements that need a longer shelf life, but how about all the food that we eat that is being fortified with vitamin B and fortified with calcium? Well, all of those need to be able to sit on the shelf for a very long period of time, because it might take a while before you get to buy that box of cereal or buy that loaf of bread or buy those chips or buy those crackers. And who are you probably feeding that stuff to? Your kiddos, your babies. And it's got synthetic vitamins in there. So please, do yourself a favor. Become educated and knowledgeable about the different forms of vitamins, because there is a true difference between all natural and synthetic, and the synthetic version is really creating a toxic overload on your system. And if it's creating a toxic overload on your system, just think what it is doing to your kids.
So here are the facts about what your liver does with cyanocobalamin. It converts cyanocobalamin into methylcobalamin. And the amount of cyanide that is found after metabolism in the liver is extremely small. It does not harm you. Just think about this. If it were really to harm you, would the health authorities have allowed these products into the country? Definitely not. Why would they deliberately poison the people of their country? It's unimaginable. It's truly preposterous what this person is claiming.
Find a very good, high quality, all natural supplement that can make a huge difference in your life and how you feel on a daily basis.
And finally, what are the reasons that you should choose one or the other? As far as the Malaysian Dietary Supplement Association is concerned, Both cyanocobalamin as well as methylcobalamin are perfectly good to be taken. So what are the facts behind synthetic vitamin B12 versus natural vitamin B12? Just know this: natural vitamin B12 is derived from animal sources. So because of religious reasons or some other reasons, you may not want to take animal sourced vitamin B12, and therefore you have no choice but to fall back on cyanocobalamin. And what the lady said is true, that cyanocobalamin is a lot cheaper than methylcobalamin. So if you do have the money and that's what you prefer, go ahead, buy that if that's what you can afford. That's it from the Malaysian Dietary Supplement Association. Thank you for joining us for this special bulletin, and we hope that you have been sufficiently educated and become more knowledgeable with regards to supplements, and in this case specifically vitamin B12. Thank you. Bye-bye.